Hey y'all, welcome back to the Dirty Old Garage. And today we're up for a good old fashioned rant, right? We're up for a good old fashioned rant. Haven't done one of these in a while, and today is the day. Before we get started and before everybody gets pissed off and leaves, do me a favor. Like and subscribe. Really helps me out. But yeah, let's talk about a hot topic in music right now. And it's been a hot topic in music for the last, forever. Should artists and bands shut up and sing? Now, obviously, I'm sure you've all heard the Bruce Springsteen at one of his shows in England expressed his opinion on the current state of America, right? Current state of American politics. And the sitting president of the United States sent a social media post out about, how Bruce Springsteen sucks and nobody likes him and he's old and, all this kind of stuff. All that stuff, right? And then the thing that really gets me is everybody, well, not everybody, but people coming out of the woodwork and telling Bruce Springsteen again to just shut up and sing, right? Why are you, we don't pay to come to your show to see political rallies. We come to your show to hear those good old fashioned American work songs like Born in the USA. Play me songs like that as if they're your personal jukebox. Here's the thing, when you go see a concert, right? When you pay your money to go see a concert, you're paying to see the artist's vision and to hear the artist's, interpretation of the music that you obviously loved enough to go see, right? So buying a ticket does not give you the right to say, "Hey, you're my personal jukebox. Shut up and just play the songs that I want to hear." It doesn't work that way. The artist has the right to do whatever it is they want to do. If they want to rearrange versions of their songs, they can do that. And if you don't like it, you don't spend the money to go. That's how you voice your opinion. When you go on social media and just tell them to shut up and sing, you're the one that looks dumb, okay? Because who goes to a Bruce Springsteen concert and doesn't think that things will get political? Who goes to see Rage Against the Machine and thinks, oh, they need to just shut up and sing? Did you miss all the lyrics all these years? Did you miss 50 years of Bruce Springsteen and think he's not going to get political? That's on you. That's on you. And look, and it happens both sides, right? I'm not going to go see Ted Nugent and then get pissed off when he, gets political and says a bunch of shit I don't like. I'm just not going to go. That's how I voice my opinion. You don't give him the money. You let him do his thing, and then he either, gains a bunch of fans who think like he does, or he loses fans who don't think like he does. That's fine. That's his choice, and it's our choice as consumers to not consume it, right? But we don't have the right to tell them to do what we want them to do just because we paid to see them. If you want the music, just turn the music on and listen to it. It's not your show. It's their show, and you're paying to see them. And it just drives me nuts. I mean, it's one of those things that just makes me irrationally angry because it's just stupid. And it's like, I can bitch about it, right? I can bitch about Bruce Springsteen getting political and say whatever it is I want to say, and that's fine. But he can't say what he wants to say. You see the hypocrisy there? It's just dumb and lame, and you're dumb and lame if you do that. And I understand that, this is me complaining about people complaining, right? I get that. I get it. But it's just one of those things that just drives me crazy. I never went to see Toby Keith because, I don't want to, courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue, I thought was one of the most pandering, stupid songs ever. So I'm not going to support that where other people did. And that's fine. That's their choice. That's the beauty of it. We all make our own choices and we all live with the consequences of those choices. So when, the president comes out and start shitting on people for voicing their opinion, whether it's Bruce Springsteen or whether it's, Taylor Swift or whatever, then it's like, what kind of example is that setting for everybody else? It's just riling up anger and more division and everything else, and it's a waste of time. Now, I know that this message is not going to matter to, people who think that way are just going to say I'm a snowflake, woke, whatever, who hates America and all that stuff, which obviously is not true. I just understand that people can say what they want. If you believe in the First Amendment and the freedom of speech, then don't get pissed off when people exercise the freedom of speech because it doesn't align with what you think. The people bitching about Bruce Springsteen saying what he said, you don't often hear them bitching about Ted Nugent saying what he says or Kid Rock saying what he says, because those views happen to align with what they think. So be consistent. And I know that's a problem for a lot of people because it's all about, me. But it's lame, man. It's lame. So no, I do not believe that artists should shut up and sing. I believe that artists should say what they want. That's what art is. I'm going to put up a list of a bunch of songs here on the screen, right? And if you think people should shut up and sing, then I hope you don't like any of these songs. Because if they had shut up, then you would never get any of these protest songs, political songs, songs against, songs making a stand about something. Because that's the artist getting political. In one way or another, it's the artist getting political. So, yeah, I hope you don't like any of these songs because you can't listen to them anymore because the artist didn't shut up and sing, and you don't want to be a hypocrite, right? Forgot. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. We're all just going to bitch about whatever it is we don't like and then listen to our echo chamber and tell us that, we're right when it's very clear that we're not. It's frustrating, man. It's frustrating. And, I would hope that people were smarter, because I inherently try to believe that people are decent people. But the more and more things spiral out of control, it's like our basest instincts come out and we just become monsters. We become awful. And that's music, inside of music, outside of music. Believe what you believe. Because obviously I can't change your mind on whatever it is that you believe. But just be consistent in your beliefs. Otherwise, you're just a hypocritical asshole. So yeah, what do you think? Do you think people, bands and artists should shut up and sing? Or do you think they should be able to say what it is that they want to say? And we should be able to say what we want to say by not supporting what they say. The same people... It just blows my mind when people don't even realize, like the Born in the USA thing, or like the Rage Against the Machine thing, or like, y'all know I love Drive-By Truckers, right? And then 2016 when they released American Band and they were on tour and they had the Black Lives Matter sign on stage, there was a large section of their fans that got pissed off. And, I liked them better before they got political. Without realizing they've been political since the fucking beginning. They always have. But, they just wanted to hear songs about Southerners and Southern rock opera and stuff like that, right? I don't get it, man. I just don't get it. How can people claim to like a band and then not want to hear what they have to say? If you don't agree with it, that's fine. We already know how not to support stuff. Trust me, we know how not to support stuff like, healthcare and, social safety nets. We know how not to support those type of things. So why can't we do it instead of thinking that our opinion is better than somebody else's opinion? I don't know, man. I just wanted to make this rant because it's just been driving me crazy. And I know it's going to piss off some people. And if it does, it does. But the only thing I would ask for is consistency, and don't be a hypocrite. If you hate Bruce Springsteen for the things he said, then hate Lee Greenwood. Hate Kid Rock. Because they're doing the same fucking thing. But I don't know. It is what it is, man. I'm done with this little rant, so hope you enjoyed it. And I really do want to know what y'all think about artists. Should they shut up and sing, or should they say what it is that they want to say? Let me know. And try to keep it civil. I know cases like this, things spiral out of control. But try to keep it civil. Okay? And I do have a Patreon, so feel free to support me over there. You can join these super awesome rock stars here. They're good peoples. Good peoples. So yeah, next time I'll get back into actually talking about some music. But I just wanted to get this off my chest. So y'all have a good one. See you next time. Stay fresh, cheese bags.